Hello everybody and welcome to the Thursday preview show for the 2020 Belgium Grand Prix. It is a circuit that is feared by many. It always gives us great racing, but as well there is tragedy. We come here just a year after the tragic death of Antoine Hubert. He will be remembered this weekend as Formula One enters the midway point of the season. 2 weeks ago, we were in Spain. Now we move over to Belgium, the start of our third triple header in a row. We welcome the Belgian Grand Prix at the Spa-Francorchamps. We finally have a completed calendar. After this, we go to Italy, followed by the new Grand Prix at Tuscany. After that, it's a week off before the Russian Grand Prix. And then October sees us in Germany, Portugal, and back in Italy in Monza. Then we go after that to the Turkish Grand Prix, followed by the Bahrain Grand Prix, the Sharjah Grand Prix, and rounding out December the 13th on the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, Lewis Hamilton leads the way by 37 points to Max Verstappen. Valtteri Bottas in third place, Charles Leclerc fourth. He's closely followed by Lance Stroll and Alexander Albon, who are on the same points. Lando Norris just 1 point off from 39. Then we got Sergio Perez on 32, 23 for Carlos Sainz and 20 for Daniel Ricciardo. In terms of the second page, Sebastian Vettel, 16 points, the same as Esteban Ocon. 2 back is Pierre Gasly, 6 points for Nico Hülkenberg, still only 2 for Antonio Giovinazzi and Danny Kvyat, 1 point for Kevin Magnussen, and after 6 races, still no points scored for Kimi Raikkonen, Nicholas Latifi, George Russell or Romain Grosjean. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes leads by a healthy margin, 221 points to Red Bull's 135. The battle for third place is brewing, just 1 point separates each of these teams of Racing Point, 1 point to McLaren, who's 1 point to Ferrari. The battle is strong there. Renault are in 6th on 36 points, 16 for AlphaTauri. Alfa Romeo only have 2, Haas have 1, and still no points for Williams. It's the 2020 Belgian Grand Prix, and this is your Thursday weekend preview. Hello everybody, welcome to Belgium, welcome to the preview show. Ian Birch not with us here today or tomorrow, might join us throughout the weekend, but should be one he takes out. So in turns, Satan's sister returns. Welcome back, Megan. You've been away.
You're Satan?
Sorry, what?
Does that mean you're Satan?
I didn't think that one through, did I? Most probably.
We have 2 other siblings, so...
Most probably.
I have the pick of 3 to choose of that.
Welcome back, Megan. How are you? You've been away for quite a few races now. One of them not by your choice. Spain you never do, but what have you made of your break, your little summer holiday you've had?
Relaxing.
Really?
Well, I don't take days off, so in my terms it's relaxing. So in Gilot's terms, it's more, why is she still working? She's on a summer holiday.
Yes, that has literally been it. Megan's been working non-stop throughout the holiday.
In 8 days, so I won't be.
Yes, and in 8 days as well. Megan, we must point out from after this weekend, we won't be seeing much of Megan for the remainder of the season due to her taking her GCSEs, which we wish our best of luck to you. Yeah. Not that you bloody need it, though, you family genius.
Not being my fault, but I've been literally preparing for this since I was 4.
Yes, but you're still very good at it.
I was a very strange 4-year-old.
So yeah, Megan Birch with us this weekend then in the commentary box. She'll be dipping in and out for the remainder of the season. A season which is now complete, as we talked about just a few moments ago when we showed the build-up. We now finally have a confirmed calendar for 2021. Alongside the added Grand Prix of the Nürburgring, Portimao and Imola, we can now add that we've now have the final 4 Grand Prix. We are racing once again at the Turkish Grand Prix for the first time since 2011. Then that is followed by 2 back-to-back races in Bahrain in early December. And then we end on December the 13th in Abu Dhabi. Megan, first of all, the Turkish Grand Prix back on the calendar since 2011. The scenes of where Vettel and Webber made contact in 2010. Dramatic battles with Massa and Hamilton in 2011 in the pit stop. Numerous overtakes, numerous drama, and the sight of quite a lot of dogs, unfortunately, being hit by cars.
Yeah.
But still, that turn 8, the triple apex of turn 8, boy, it's going to be good to be racing Turkey again.
Yeah, and may I just say, December 13th, I feel like during the December period, we should just wear hats.
Christmas hats constantly.
Yeah.
I think that's a good call. But is it too early to say that to kick off the festive end of Formula One, going into Christmas, we have Turkey first? It's Turkey at Christmas.
It's just so poetic.
Yes, finally it's happened. But still, Turkey's an amazing circuit. You didn't.
It's also an amazing food.
It is. You weren't commentating when we had the last Turkish Grand Prix. I was, but I've shown you quite a lot of it over the years.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful circuit. It creates more of an undulating swing, but we go there when it's usually rain. Do you think we could have a wet Turkish Grand Prix? We had one in 2010, but
possibly. I mean, rain's quite favourable.
yes, you're liking that end into this weekend. We'll get more onto that in just a few moments' time. 2 races in Bahrain, yet another double-header event at the same circuit. But rumours is that the second race, called the Shakir Grand Prix, is going to be on the outer circuit, which is more of an oval. Sub 1 minute lap times in Formula One. That's going to be crazy, isn't it?
I feel like there's going to be like 200 laps.
Yeah, it could be quite a lot. I'm predicting 86 max to get to the distance. It's unbelievable.
I'm going to go 105.
We round out the season, though, Megan, in Abu Dhabi. That's going to be nice. I mean, after a season where we've had classic Formula One calendars, races left and right, we end in Abu Dhabi, which is usually a bit of a bore. But hopefully we'll go there with a title fight.
I've always really liked Abu Dhabi, to be honest,
It's
my first. Just because it's mainly my first memory of Formula One, for 2009 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Yep, I knew you were going to say that. Also, one more thing, adding into the fact that it's for the first time since 2009, going back to that, it's a 17 race calendar. That's it, 17. Good old classic days of 90s and early 2000s of just 17 races.
The simpler, happier days.
And I think they've got quite a good calendar. They've done really well. I'm more buzzed for this season than ever before. Now I know that in 2 weeks' time, we're racing at Mugello.
That's because it's such a change from the normal, boring things. I mean, all the time we just say, oh yeah, we've got the same people winning the championship. So this year we've actually had so much drama, especially from the tyre area.
Yes, British Grand Prix, 70th, Spain.
Please tell me that's going to be fixed this week.
Looks to be, because mainly it's going to be a wet race coming into this weekend.
I guarantee at least one person's going to have a puncture.
Yes, right, we must get on to this weekend, and we'll start by getting on to this weekend as well. In just a second, actually, because I've been reminded in my ear that we have to talk about 2 more things. One, Formula One will definitely carry on until the end of 2025 because all 10 teams have signed the Concord Agreement, which agrees to the FIA that they are going to take part in this championship. Most importantly, Megan, that involves the cost cut. So all teams now have a fair shot at the prize money. So that you were very strong on in the early part of the season.
Yes, I was. I'm very. What's the word for when? Enthusiastic about that, though also
passionate.
I like everything to be equal when it comes to
that's
sports.
Equality. There you go.
Equality.
Yes. You're happy with this then, but also with the news that just in between these races as well, Williams have been sold to an American firm. They're keeping the Williams name, but it's the last of the privateer Formula One family-owned businesses sort of going out the way.
Yeah, then maybe they'll actually get some wins.
Precisely my thing. It's a good thing in many ways because now it can mean that there's
still
races.
Have part in it.
Yes.
So
it's still Williams.
Yeah, it's just like when you need help from another team or something.
Yeah, precisely. Right, now let's get on to this weekend. Let's take a look around the circuit. It's the longest track on the calendar here at Spa. 44 laps, the shortest distance of the year, but over a 7-kilometre lap. But it's the quickest race of the year. In terms of laps, quickest in terms of racing, it's a very confusing track. Let's take a look around the circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Let's take a look at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit in Belgium. 4.352 miles, 7.004 kilometres, 19 turns, 2 DRS points, the longest track of the year and the highest elevation change. On board with last year's Mercedes as we start the lap, hurtling downhill towards the first gear, La Source hairpin. It's changed a couple of times over the years, but it's still a challenge. Get it wrong, you're out wide. Drop downhill now past the old pit lane that the Formula 2 and Formula 3 use before the little Quinquina Rouge up the hill towards Raidillon. The car wants to oversteer, correct it as you blast down the Kemmel Straight. Open up the DRS, full 8th gear as you'll hurtle down now the Kemmel Straight into the Lacombe chicane. Brake hard, 5th gear, brake to 4th if you feel like the rears just aren't up to temperature yet as you come into Malmedy before you drop down the hill once again. 5th gear, 6th gear, raise it down to about 4th gear as you come into Ravage. This turn used to be called No Name. Now it's the Jackie X corner at turn 9 before a quick flick. Once again downhill, continuous left-hander at turn number 10 called Puon. The car wants to flick you out wide, control it, taking the harder apex as you come up to the Fagnes chicane. This is quite a tricky one as the car wants to constantly punish you, but keep the tyres on, keep the track in your sights and you will do well. Into Stavelot 1. Nice, calm, collected. Blast off now through the curve to Paul Freire or Stavelot 2 before you back onto the what used to be a public road and the old circuit as you head down towards Blanchimont, the fast king, the fastest corner on the calendar, almost rivaling Suzuka at 130R before you come up to the bus stop chicane. Revised quite a lot since its original form. Now it is a right, then a left to complete the lap. Full throttle at the exit, open up the DRS, keep the car towards the left-hand side of the track and cross the line to complete the lap of Spa-Francorchamps. And we'll get onto this weekend by starting with the fact that, Megan, it looks to be a wet weekend all the way through from free practice to the race. It looks to be a fascinating weekend.
It surely will be a fascinating weekend for the things I've looked at, because I really like looking at weather. I don't know why. It's like it's quite a big pressure, which means that it will probably rain, because the build-up of pressure is the water vapour, and that's what mainly causes like clouds and rain.
Do you think we could have a 1998 situation again? A full
Possibly.
wet race contact?
I've seen that one. It was very dramatic.
Yes, it was very dramatic. I can attest to that. It was very dramatic. Okay, Megan, we come here a year after Anton Hubert's tragic accident, and unfortunately he was killed in that accident in the Formula 2 race last year. On Sunday, it will be precisely 1 year since he passed away. All cars across all categories are carrying the AH19 sticker for Anton Hubert, and his racing number was 19. It's been officially retired by Formula 2 for a racing number, but also there'll be a minute's silence on the grid on Saturday for the Formula 2 race, and then a minute's silence as well on the main Formula 1 grid on Sunday for Anton. But it's going to be immensely powerful coming back here. Charles Leclerc, Pierre Gasly, Alexander Albon, all sort of coming here like,
I
whoa.
can't imagine what Leclerc's feeling right now.
Gasly as well. I mean, he was his best friend and roommate, of course, and he was laying flowers down earlier on this afternoon.
They both just must be.
At Eau Rouge, yeah. It's tricky.
I mean, when you get up to that year mark after a person's death, especially if you're in the same profession as them,
yeah,
just like, I wish they could be there. I mean, I know that Leclerc felt that way when he won a race right after his death and kept winning them for a couple of races. Yes. I mean, I know he felt really sad about that.
It's going to be a weird weekend, and Juan Manuel Correa, who was involved in that accident as well and sadly broke both of his legs, has been flown in to the circuit this weekend, and he's saying that he wants to come here to sort of close a chapter and remember Antoine and just sort of
try and find peace with it.
Precisely. And hopefully there's some good news coming out of it, is that Juan Manuel Correa might actually be able to race in 2021 in a Formula 2 car. He's aiming to get in to the test car in December. Right, that's it from us. Megan, prediction for the weekend, please, in terms of practice.
I have a feeling that Bottas might be quite near the top, because he always is for some reason at practice, and maybe Stroll and probably Leclerc.
Lovely. We are live at 9:55 tomorrow for the first practice session. Me and Megan will take you through that one as well, and then we'll be all go throughout the weekend with the Friday practice review, the Saturday practice review, the Sunday race preview, and the Sunday race review as well. It's going to be a good one. Join us throughout the weekend. From us all here, though, stay safe, take care of yourself, and join us too at 9:55 tomorrow for the first practice. Bye for now.